Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast for reviews of movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 773, and it is your final review of Animation Month, and it is our review of Rock-A-Doodle. As
Rock-A-Doodle.
always, this is Nerd Chicago here to host the show. Lunch for wonderful co-host Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? One wonderful Monday night. Also, it is Memorial Day. So, thank you to all those who sacrificed their lives.
Yep. Thank you to all of those who sacrificed your lives for us to be able to sit back here and be able to do this type of thing and not be saying this in German or fucking
or
Japanese,
a few other languages, or French,
or
like
or maybe we would have been talking it like this.
Oh God, not the Cockney accents. No, that's the worst.
Yeah, or maybe we would have been talking like this, But thank you to all the heroes who made the sacrifice for us to be able to do this. And today we honor you guys. And what's it called? You guys paid the ultimate price for our freedoms, and we're here to reap the benefits by talking about movies and saying dumb shit.
I mean, today we're going to be talking about an fuck it. We're talking about a chicken that acts like
It's a word. It's a word, Brad. It's the same word that I got stuck on when I had to do the Benedictine reviews. Yeah. So it ain't that easy, huh?
No, not especially if I'm not reading it.
Yeah. Anthropomorphic, Brad.
That's it. Oh, there it is. Anthropomorphic. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Words are hard.
They are.
Yeah. Before we can go ahead and get into the review, I do like to remind you guys that this is live early and ad-free over on patreon.com/nerdcore, which is how Stacy is talking to us right now.
I had a small stroke. It's okay.
$1 a month gets you access to that, along with the other episodes in the vault. And, of course, if you are watching this right now on YouTube, make sure that you please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode that drops on the channel. And if you made it this far into the video right now, drop a comment and say, Brad doesn't know how to read. Brad doesn't know how to read.
I wasn't really reading anything. I was trying
no, scratch that. Comment L Reader. L Reader in the chat. L Reader in the comments. Yeah.
I wasn't reading the word. I was trying to remember how the word was spelled and just fucking couldn't.
Yeah. If you made it this far into the video.
With anthro.
Yeah. Made it this far into the video, L Reader. L Reader.
L Reader.
Yeah. Yeah. But before I can go again and get into review, Brad, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. It's Monday. I'm off. I think most of us are off, so can't say anything too bad. I played a little bit of Expedition 33.
Yeah.
And then I had to turn that off real quick, or I would have never watched this movie. So I put this movie on my my Kindle, the bigger Kindle, and I did dishes while I watched this movie. And then I helped Brenda. So I don't know. Brenda is very skilled at many things. So we have outside chairs that the sun has basically rotted where you sit.
Yeah.
So she's down there reupholstering them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have to pay like $900 for 6 new chairs. She's reupholstering the chairs. So she comes in handy.
Yeah. Yeah, she sure does. Yeah.
I don't know how to do any of that. I don't know what I do.
Brad's like, I don't know what I do here.
I don't know what I do, but they pay me.
Fucking shit.
I'm at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Brad, I went ahead and I just streamed today. And I went ahead and it's just what a fucking day. What a fucking stream.
Was it good?
You should go and watch the VOD. Specifically, I can give you the timestamp. I had a fucking day today.
That could be either good or bad. It sounds bad. Did you have people in there just being assholes?
No. We only had one person in the stream.
Okay. You were having a time of it.
Let's just say the game wasn't easy. The fucking fight. Yeah, I don't know, Brad. I don't know. You can just go ahead and go into the VOD, and you can start from. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it here.
I feel like this would be much better if we could show it.
Oh yeah, but it's not gonna work like Oh wait, no, this is where I had to restart the battle. So hold on, let me see. I want to actually see how long it took me to do this. It was
This is Ursula all over again.
Yeah. Technically, right?
Technically.
Yeah, it was technically. So I started this battle at. Dude, don't tell me it took me an hour to do this. This is great. Oh my god. Ain't no fucking way I took an hour to do this shit.
There are some games like that.
Yeah. Dude, I was just. My brother had to message me, like, what the fuck are you playing that you're screaming so much? And I'm like, you won't believe it. It's a fucking kid's game.
I've always heard Kingdom Hearts is the Elden Ring and Disney Square Enix crossover based merchandise.
Okay.
Now me and Stacy are so old that we remember the Lion King on Sega Genesis, and that was the original like you throw your controller through the TV.
So you can go in and start watching at 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 23 seconds. It almost took me a whole fucking hour to beat that boss. It almost took me a whole fucking hour.
This man's crashing out.
It took me from 2 hours and 25 minutes to 3 hours and 18 minutes. It almost took me a whole fucking hour.
I mean, are you okay with that amount of time that you spent?
No, I'm not. This is a children's game. This is a fucking children's game.
You know you spent about an hour of your life on that, right?
Yes, I spent an hour of my life.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What game is this we're talking about?
Was Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep? Ah, man. I hate these games.
The difficulty level.
No, I'm playing, Brad. Oh my god. Peep this, Brad. I'm playing on beginner.
Roll has an excuse. Roll can't see. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. But I did that.
We're going with
I
that.
streamed. I watched this film. And then my fucking TV decided it needed to update Prime Video for some apparent fucking reason. So then I had to pull out my iPad so I could watch this shit.
Watch the ending.
Yeah. I've had a day. I've had a fucking day. But yeah.
What boss were you fighting?
I was playing the final boss of the fucking one of the 3 stories.
Okay.
Yeah. So
is that like a Disney?
No, it wasn't a Disney boss. It was like the boss of the fucking game.
Okay. So it was like some Sephiroth kind of looking.
Yeah, no, I did not face Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2 because that's fucking hard.
Is he in Kingdom Hearts 2? Fuck.
He's an optional boss.
Oh goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like when I fought Yojimbo in Final Fantasy X.
You're like, oh, I didn't have to fight you, Jim.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that, but I just kind of wanted to.
Yeah. I really
Bob
do.
Iger's in the final boss. He's the final boss.
I really do hope I never get to see the day that the followers, the supporters, the boys, the posse make me play Elden Ring, because when that happens,
ooh, this man will crash out.
Yeah, I might actually put a hole through my monitor.
Yeah, you will. Elden Ring. So, because Elden Ring's supposed to be like the easiest of all the Dark Souls series, which it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch Kai. He died like fucking tons of times.
I hope that when that day comes, I hope that I have money to be able to replace the monitor that I would probably, or replace the controller that I would probably have to fucking put through.
He'll be giving me a call like, Brad, do you have an extra controller somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Brad. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this because this was a really pretty short movie. So I
It
don't
was
know if
pretty
we're gonna have.
short. Like I was
Yeah,
surprised how short this movie was.
yeah. I don't know how long we'll go into this, but
Mhm.
um, so Brad, this definitely wasn't 1969, was it? For sure.
No, this was 1991.
Yep. So if you haven't watched Rock-A-Doodle, then you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't
Rock-A-Doodle.
care about spoilers or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCourt. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, Brad, introduce them to Rock-A-Doodle.
All right, roll. Rock-A-Doodle is a 1991 independent animated musical comedy film produced by Sullivan Bluth Studios Ireland Limited and Goldcrest Films, loosely based on Edmund Roston's 1910 comedy play Chanticleer. Rock-A-Doodle was directed by Don Bluth and written by David N. Weiss. The film features the voices of Glenn Campbell, Christopher Plummer, Phil Harris in his final film role, Charles Nelson Riley, Sorrel Book, Sandy Duncan, Eddie DeZine, Ellen Green, and Toby Scott Ganger in his film debut. The film tells the story of an anthropomorphic rooster named Chanticleer, who lives on a farm and crows every morning to raise the sun. However, he leaves his farm to become a singer in the city after being tricked by the Grand Duke of Owls, whose kind hates sunshine, into thinking that his crow does not actually raise the sun. Without Chanticleer, rain continues to pour nonstop, causing a massive flood all over the country. The Duke and his henchmen take over in the darkness and plan to eat all of the barnyard animals. Chanticleer's friends from the farm, along with Edmund, a young human boy who was transformed into a kitten by the Duke, take off on a mission to get Chanticleer to bring back the sun and save the country before it's too late. Rock-A-Doodle was released in the United Kingdom on August 2nd, 1991, and in the United States and Canada on April 3rd, 1992. The film received mostly negative reviews and was a box office failure, grossing $11 million on a budget of $18 million. Nevertheless, it would achieve greater success on home video and obtained popularity among many 1990s children. And what do we got here? Story by Don Bluth, John Pomeroy, David J. Steinberg, David N. Weiss, T.J. Quinster, Gary Goldman, and cinematography, Robert Painter, edited by Lisa Dorney, Dan Molina, Fiona Traylor, music by Robert Folk. And we have a running time of 74 minutes. Budget 18 million, box office 11.6 million. But as they said, I think most children in those early 90s watched it on VHS.
Oh yeah, this made money from the fucking what's it called? From the physical sales.
I
It was
remember
not.
having
Huh?
I remember having the VHS.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet you did, Brad.
I did.
Yeah. You know, a little Brad probably what's it called owned it, and he probably watched it a couple times, and he was scared of the owl, right?
The owl was fucking terrifying, especially in the beginning. When you had the actual tree like fall into the house, and then the animated fucking owl comes in, and he's pissed off because he's like, "You poked my eye." And it's like, "Oh fuck."
I don't know, man. For somebody who had to go through his fair share of hurricanes when he was young, I think the storm in the beginning was the scary part.
Yeah, no, I mean the flooding and all that. Yeah,
I was like, hell fucking
yeah,
no, man.
and the mom with the levees breaking out is like, "Oh god, flashback."
Yep.
New Orleans.
Yeah, brother. You want it? Brad, so this, I would say this is probably the first time in a long ass fucking time that you've seen it, right?
Oh yeah. It is, and I chose this mainly because I don't know if no, we did All Dogs Go to Heaven, so we have done.
No, we haven't done All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Did we do? I thought we reviewed All Dogs.
Oh
Go to
wait,
Heaven.
yes, I think it was for Patreon, right?
Yes, I believe we did review All Dogs Go to Heaven. Or we watched it. We did something with All Dogs Go to Heaven, which is I think the only other Don Bluth film.
Yeah.
And it's not like like I mean, even Ebert kind of lists off all Don Bluth, and he went away from Disney in the 70s. He cut ties with them and created his own film studio. And he then, like, Steven Spielberg came into kind of his section, I guess, and they made American Tail.
It was sponsored by KFC.
See. Anyways, but like, if you know The Secret of NIMH, The Land Before Time, and American Tail, All Dogs Go to Heaven, that's the director.
Yeah. So, actually, I thought this movie was good, Brad. Do I like it more than All Dogs Go to Heaven? Nah, not really, because I think All Dogs Go to Heaven is way, like,
All Dogs Go to Heaven has
it's
like
really morbid.
a better story in a way. I mean, it deals with loss and tragedy. It's a bit darker. A lot of Don Bluth's films were really dark. I mean, like Land Before Time,
Oh,
like
yeah.
losing of the mother, and then also just the in real life events that happened in that movie with the voice actors. Because one of the characters was the little girl who also, she was a voice actor in All Dogs Go to Heaven, and she was killed by her father. And yeah, there was that whole surrounding
Yeah.
thing.
But, it's a very sweet movie. It's a movie that also moves pretty fast for its 1 hour and 17 minutes. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Like, cool.
I was surprised because I was like, and it's done. Because I
Yeah.
could have sworn there was like more to the movie after it ended. I'm like, wait, I thought there was like another part where the owl comes back, like at the end, and he scares
That was
them.
the TV edit, Brad.
No, that was just me like rewinding and rewatching it, probably.
Yeah. Your parents rewinded on the fucking owl, so that way
Yeah,
you
and then the
getting
owl
scared.
comes back. Yeah, that could be
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, I mean it's quite the movie. I think it's a very what's it called cute movie about, this kid who just imagines the fucking he imagines his bedtime story because, well, to be honest, outside you've got the fucking flood. You got a
You got
biblical flood happening.
you got a lot of trauma kind of going.
Yeah.
So he kind of, goes into another place where hopefully it's happier.
Yeah.
Wasn't really, in my opinion.
No, you got some really like dark shit going on in that fucking story, bro. Shocker, or whatever the fuck you call that damn cock was not, what's it called? Yeah. That fucking rooster was crazy.
Oh yeah. I like kind of the messaging though of like, you know, be careful what you say and how you treat, I guess, beings in this case, but like people, because you never know their importance. And in this case, they ran Chanticleer off because they were like, he's not important. Like, he doesn't bring up the sun. The sun comes up on its own. And little did they know that Chanticleer was some magical being who actually did bring out the sun.
Yep.
Escapism
So
today's environment.
other than that, man, it's like there's not a lot for me to like.
I mean, it's so it's just kind of hilarious because the rooster's Elvis.
Yes,
Elvis.
very much Elvis.
Very much Elvis. And that's taken right away. That's fine. I mean, just the story that you see is he goes to the big city, he becomes a big star. He drives around in a Bel Air. But I do like the scenes like in technically Hollywood, because it really shows how Hollywood kind of was back in the day.
Oh yeah,
like shitty people. And
yeah.
like, producers like telling women, like, because he had the woman chicken.
Oh, so she's a woman. Like, holy shit! That fucking, what was that? A cat or something?
No,
Dude,
that was the bird.
That was the bird. Yeah, the bird.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
the fuck?
Yeah, Brenda was in the kitchen when he said, I'm like, this was 91. Like,
yeah, that bird didn't really give much of a shit about like
little misogynistic up in there. But I thought I like the animation style of Don Bluth films. I think they're kind of cool. They're different from Disney.
Oh yeah, they're great. He's a great animator.
Yeah, So I
Um,
really enjoyed the one thing, and I really enjoyed the majority of the voice actors, but the kid voice actor,
nah,
he does get on your fucking nerves by the end.
he does. He
Like
does.
it's one of those. I mean, we've watched a lot of films, and there's been a lot of children voice actors in these. I think like The Great Mouse Detective, and I can't remember. A kid voice actor get on my nerves like this one does.
Nah,
This
this
one
kid fucking got on my nerves, bro.
it's like, it's probably a good thing it was only like an hour and 14 because that kid, that was probably the worst part of the movie. And I
Yeah.
don't think there were a lot of bad parts to it. I just think that was a bad one.
Escapism definitely not applicable to today's environment. No, not at all. Not at
I
all.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just him going Chanticleer. It's like, dude, we get
Shut
it.
the fuck up.
Forgot.
Yeah.
Like let the Grand Duke talk or the dog or one of those or Glenn Campbell. Let Glenn Campbell talk. God damn it.
Yeah. But yeah, cute little movie. It works. But nothing that I would say was groundbreaking. Nothing that I say like really amazed me or anything like that.
No, I mean it's good. Like you said, they're like all the movies I listed, like Land Before Time, Secret of Nim, American Tail, All
They're
Dogs Go to
all
Heaven.
way better
I,
films.
I put them above this. I think this is one of those that Don Bluth just wanted to make a film with Elvis as a chicken, or
Yeah.
something to that effect, or he wanted to do like the kind of because you remember we did the Macaulay Culkin film with
Yeah, Page
Mr.
Master.
Brooks.
It kind of reminds you a little bit of Page Master
Yeah,
too.
because and he does. I think Don Bluth likes to do the in real life turning into animation. I think he thinks that was real cool because he's still alive. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you want me to read what Roger Ebert had to say
Sure, go
about
ahead and
this?
tell us what Roger Ebert says
It's
about
actually
this.
not very long. I don't really want to read all of it because Roger Ebert can sometimes be up his own. But he gave it 2 out of 4 stars. Um, but he really, I mean, I guess he kind of was judging it compared to the other 1991 movies that were released by Disney, and
Yeah.
that was Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. Which, let's be real here,
Come on.
the amount of money they spent on those two films, like you can't compare that to this.
Yeah, dude.
Like
That's
really.
that's a little bit overboard.
Yeah. He did say All Dogs Go to Heaven was also notable for the particular brilliance of its colors. It was dazzling to look at, but one of the disappointments of Rock-A-Doodle is a muted color palette, which I didn't think it was muted. I didn't really catch that.
No, I
Like
don't
when the
think
sun
so.
was rising, that was real bright, and like when the owl did his magic shit, like that was kind of cool with the shapes and colors and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree with that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with the fact that it's muted. I think that there's a there's some vibrant colors in there. I don't think that it's gonna be like super saturated colors that you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's so colorful and beautiful. But I wouldn't even go as far to say that it's muted. It's
But I look back and like All Dogs Go to Heaven, it was like the same color palette to me, like
yeah,
close.
yeah.
From what I remember. But his ending, I'll just read his last paragraph here. The movie has some good songs and some lively animation. The songs I did like. I mean, they used the Elvis voice for effect. But what bothered me was that most of the interaction between characters was on the level of violence. Why do almost all problems in family movies have to be settled through a strength and scheming? Is there any other way to create dramatic tension and excitement? Rock-A-Doodle is passably entertaining. The younger you are, the more it may absorb you, but as movies like Beauty and the Beast marry animation with musical comedy, it looks a little uninspired.
It's a good kid film in an ocean of kids films at the time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I would say.
yeah. And I don't necessarily agree with the level of violence in it.
No, I don't think it's violent at all.
No, I mean it like owls like eat other animals. And owls like can kind of be scary.
Yeah. Damn, nature, you scary.
Damn, nature. I'm going back inside. Fuck this.
But yeah, I don't agree with what Roger has to say about that.
No,
I think that
I
he
think
wasn't.
he was a little rough on it. I think everyone is a little rough on it, but it did make its money back. I think people did kind of find it after the fact, and they made its money back in VHS. And
Yeah,
I think it's overly. I think it's a good animated film. Do I think it's the best Bluth put out? No, but
nah,
again, to be comparing it to The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, which Disney spent probably 5 to 10 times the amount that was spent on this. What was it, like 18 million? They spent
yeah,
way
no,
more.
nothing. I would not go as far to be like comparative films like that. I think that it's a little bit. Yeah, I think that it's you're going a little bit overboard on that one.
I think for
That's a
what
lot.
it is, it does really well.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. So, what's your final verdict, Brad?
Um, I'm gonna give this one a 7.25 out of 10.
All right, all right. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on that, Brad. I think I will um give this a 7.25 out of 7 too.
Yeah, I think like you said, and we read off a bunch of other movies that I think are above this that Bluth did. I still think it's a fine movie. From being from the 90s. I
Yeah,
still think it doesn't all hold up. There are certain moments in the movie where you go a little misogynistic, but then again, we're listening to a fucking rooster that sounds like Elvis, so
yeah. You think Elvis was gonna be respecting women?
nope,
No,
nope,
nope.
nope.
Yeah. So, with that said, that concludes our review of Rock-A-Doodle.
Rock,
Rock-A-Doodle!
do,
Rock-A-Doodle!
Chanticleer! Shut up, kid.
Yeah.
That rooster like crowed so the kid would shut the fuck up.
It's like, wake your ass up. Yeah.
Get out of my
Uh,
neighborhood.
As always, keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/Nerdcore. Discord link is in the description below. And of course, make sure that you leave a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app of choice, and follow us on that app. On that app, it means a lot to us, and it would help us out a lot. Make it this far into YouTube video. If you made it this far, go ahead and comment.
What's your favorite Bluth film?
Yeah, what's your favorite blue film? What's your favorite blue film? I want to hear it. I want to see it. Put it in the comments. What's your favorite blue film? Mine's always gonna be The Land Before Time. I
So
always
good.
love those.
So good.
Yeah,
I'm thinking probably All Dogs Go to Heaven.
that one's a close second, to
I
be
mean,
honest.
that's to me, and then unfortunately, it does have that tragic story at the end of that.
Yeah,
But I don't think you ever get a better acting performance or a better. I don't think it was acting, but a better performance out of Burt Reynolds than that final goodbye. That was
yeah,
that was fucking heart wrenching.
yep. Um, and of course, thank you to our patrons. Without them, none of this is possible. So thank you guys for being amazing people that you are. We love you. We love our subscribers on YouTube. We love our listeners on the podcast app. We love our followers on everybody who supports us on TikTok or whatever. If you're in the Discord, we love you guys. We love all of y'all. We love our Patreon supporters a lot too. And we love our executive producer, Shane. Where can they find him, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shannon at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at ThriftedIL or go buy something from the Sub of God at dpop.com/Prison City Vintage.
Damn straight, man. And I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you're on the Patreon at the $5 tier and up, on Wednesday we are doing the next episode of Spawn, which is episode 4. And then on Thursday, to actually conclude animation, we are doing our review of Dragon Ball Super Broly. And I am excited to rewatch that fucking movie.
We've had pretty good luck with the anime.
Yeah. Oh, just wait, Brad. This movie's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's gonna be some characters you're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?" But just watch.
Where's
Some
Cell?
Yeah, yeah,
Are we
So-
on Snake Way?
yeah. So, with that being said, we'll catch you guys on Wednesday on the Patreon and on Thursday on the Patreon at $5 and above, and then on Sunday we have our Andor Season 2 review. And, of course, with that said, Brad, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here.
All right, Raul, you've been host as always. Thank you to Stacy for joining us once again in chat. Thank you to the listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I'm just gonna go with the what I think the film tries to says and be kind to one another.
100%.
Young Yoda out.